All right, everybody, it's 6 o'clock. I am Jenny Harkleroad. I am the owner of Balanced You, where people hire us to reprogram their minds for ultimate success. And tonight we are going to be talking about just that, creating ultimate success. And what does that mean to you? I was on a TV show last night and I was talking to the host and he asked me that question, what is ultimate success? And he said there's no wrong answer. And every person I ask has a different definition of what creating ultimate success is. So that's because we're all different and we all have different wishes and dreams and goals. There is no wrong answer to that question. The only wrong part is if we're not able to create that ultimate success in our life. So I'm very excited tonight to share with you a process to help you to get to that place of ultimate success. So we're going to jump right in. I'm going to share my screen with you and I'm going to show you my presentation. All right, we're going to start off with Rudy Ruettiger tonight. Rudy is a movie that hopefully you guys have seen. It is a great movie. And in this movie, Rudy wants to play football for Notre Dame. The problem is Rudy's about 5'6", 150 pounds. He comes from a poor family that can't afford Notre Dame, and he has a bunch of siblings, and he is not that smart. He has dyslexia. He has problems learning, so he has terrible grades. So he doesn't have a whole lot going for him to be a football player at Notre Dame. So he tries to get into Notre Dame and of course does not, and tries again and does not get in, and tries again and does not get in. He starts going to the community college and working on his grades, and he just keeps applying and keeps applying and keeps applying. This guy's got some tenacity. Well, he finally gets into Notre Dame. Fascinating, amazing. Then he decides, I'm going to go out for the football team. Well, at this time, they were taking walk-ons for the football team. But when he walked on, they were like, okay, you can be the water boy. And he's like, no, I want to be on the practice team. I will work harder and run faster and stay longer and come earlier. I want to be on the team. So he is on the practice team and they beat him up, as you can imagine, these big guys with little Rudy. And his whole career at Notre Dame, he's just so determined. Well, he finally gets in on the last game. The coach lets him play for the last few seconds of the game. And Rudy makes a sack. He tackles someone and he gets carried off the field, and they made a movie about it. It's a great story. The problem with the story, as it applies to our life, is we don't all have that kind of Rudy tenacity to get to ultimate success. How many times do we get knocked down and keep getting up? We want to say a lot, but honestly, do we really all have what Rudy had to get onto the team? There is an easier way, and the easier way is something I'm going to talk to you about tonight. And that is your subconscious mind, the power of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious controls your success. Now, so does your conscious mind, so does your hard work and determination, but your subconscious controls your success 95 to 99% of the time. Isn't that fascinating? So we're going to talk about the power of the mind tonight and how you can use it to create your ultimate success. As you know, my name is Jenny Harkleroad. I'm an author and a speaker and a mind change expert. In my former life, I was in real estate. I had a top producing real estate business here in San Diego. I had a team of 5 buyer's agents and 2 full-time secretaries, and we were producing double digits in the millions, which meant I had the houses and the cars and the travel and all that fun stuff that came with being successful. But my greatest claim to fame are these sweet guys, my husband of almost 25 years and our 4 beautiful children. And they are really my claim to fame. I love them so much. And I miss them looking at their picture because they're all traveling right now in different places. So today, business owners and moms and people with health conditions, people hire us to reprogram their minds for ultimate success because maybe they feel like this guy doesn't look too happy. And they're looking to feel like this. They're looking to create health and happiness and success in their life. So we help them to set up a new automatic operating system. It's simple and it's powerful and it's effective so they can accomplish their goals of creating ultimate success. And we help them define what that means to them. Many people out there are in situations like this. Sadly, we know the divorce rate is like over 50%. People fall in love, and then what happens? What happens is they start functioning out of their subconscious programming instead of consciously being in the relationship like they were in the beginning. Now, no bad on them. That's how our subconscious works. It works so that we can multitask and do so many things at once. But this causes a lot of problems and a lot of pain in our life and in our relationships, especially when we don't understand what is really going on. And we're going to get into that tonight, what's really going on. How about this? You have any teenagers that are hard to deal with? That happens in relationships. What about parents, aging parents, and all the hard things that go with that situation? Pain. So many people are in chronic pain. In America, we spend over $40 billion a year on chronic pain, trying to help people get out of pain. In Australia, they spend more on chronic pain than heart disease, cancer, and diabetes combined. It truly is an epidemic. And there is an answer to relieving this kind of pain, and I'm excited to show you more about it tonight. How about this? We would all love some more of this, right? I personally was just looking at my business numbers, not to brag, but I realized that this month alone, I made more than in the past year. That's pretty incredible, right? How did I do it? I did it with the power of my subconscious mind, and we're going to teach you more about that and how to do that tonight. Look at all those $100 bills. We love that. This picture is a picture that my oldest daughter drew of me when she was little, and this is what she saw, and this was the exact truth. That was me running a big real estate company with 4 little kids. It was crazy. There's even a bird nesting in my hair in that picture. Oh my gosh, this picture is sad but true. This is exactly how I was feeling. And when you're feeling like this, what do you do about it? How do you get out of that? Maybe you're feeling like this, like that you're about to snap. The rope is about to give out, and then what happens? So tonight we're going to talk about a new life. You can keep on the old life track, which is fine. You're surviving, you're getting by. But what if you could turn a different direction? You could choose ultimate success and actually get there this time. We're going to teach you how to do that. I wish I could say that I learned this the easy way. Oh no. A lot of times in life, we learn things through going through hard stuff. And that's exactly how I got here. So this is what happened to me. In 2013, I broke my back in a hiking accident. Yeah, I jumped down to that rock thinking it would be no big deal, but it was a little too far and the impact broke my back. We called 911. They sent in this ground crew, and if you can see the trees in the distance, they literally hiked to me. I thought they would never get to me. And when they got to me, you know what they said? Yes, you need life flight. So this is me. They strapped me to a board, and there's a doctor attached to me, and they're ziplining me up to the helicopter as the helicopter is flying away. So here's me in the hospital, and don't ask me why I'm smiling. I'll tell you why I'm smiling, because that was the program I ran. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm terrific. That is what I told everybody. Was it the truth? No, it was not the truth. I'd been struggling with chronic pain my entire life, and this was just one more issue with my body. My marriage was falling apart, and I wasn't enjoying the career that I was making so much money at. But I smiled and told everybody everything was awesome because I didn't know how to fix it, and I didn't want to be a downer. I didn't know what else to do. I wanted to be happy and healthy and terrific. So I smiled for my picture with my broken back in the hospital. Now, I wanted to get better from having a broken back because I'm a go-getter and I had a lot of things going on, 4 kids and a busy real estate business. I was the women's leader at church running an organization, and I was involved in community fundraising, and I had a lot on my plate. I didn't want to be stuck in bed with a broken back. So I tried acupuncture and chiropractor, massage and physical therapy and kinesiology, and finally pain injections and pain pills. 2 years later, I still couldn't even sit in a chair. I was in so much pain. So I decided to have major surgery. So this next slide, if you're squeamish, do not look. This is after they sewed me back up after my back surgery. So that's my back. As you can see, they cut me down 4 places in the back, one kind of on the side and another one really on the side. They put in rods and screws and a synthetic disc, and I was supposed to get better. I was supposed to feel better. This is the x-ray, what it looks like on the inside back then and now, still the same. But what happened was it didn't help. 7 months later, I still couldn't even sit in a chair. Here was me on crutches, still trying to smile. And these are some of the leftover pain pills that I had been prescribed. What was I gonna do? I wanted to get better. I was suffering with chronic pain. I couldn't sit in a chair. I couldn't drive my car. I couldn't go out with friends. I couldn't go on vacation. I couldn't do things with my kids. I couldn't exercise. It was a miserable existence, and I wanted to feel better. And the doctors told me, like, there's nothing else we can do for you. We've tried it all. Well, I knew that was not going to be my life sentence. I knew I had to find an answer, and I did, thankfully. I found this, the power of my mind. Now, I thought this was crazy when I first heard about it. I thought, how the heck am I going to heal my back, my structural body, with my mind? I thought they were two totally disconnected things, but turns out they're inseparably connected, body, mind, and spirit. And if one part's busted up, then it's affecting the other parts. So I thankfully found a medical doctor turn integrative medicine specialist. He practiced what he calls emotional kinesiologist, and he helped me transform my pain. Literally 6 sessions, which was 6 hours. I was doing this. Yeah, that's me doing yoga tricks on the bay in San Diego with my best friend Kelly. When prior to that, I couldn't even sit down. I was blown away. I was fascinated. How could reprogramming my mind fix my body? It really fascinated me. So I started to study the mind, the power of the mind. And you guys might have seen this picture. It's all over the internet when you look up conscious and subconscious minds. So here we go with an iceberg. The top of the iceberg is the conscious mind. The bottom of the iceberg is the subconscious mind. And literally, that's what's going on in our head, in our body. Our subconscious is subconscious. We don't know what's under there. All we know is what we consciously see, and we have a perception about what we consciously see. And we view our life and our happiness and our success and our health. Everything is viewed through the lens of that conscious mind. But what we don't realize is all the things underneath it that are also affecting our vision and either helping us get to where we want to be or holding us back. So I'd love to show a few pictures, a few analogies of the power of the subconscious mind. So if you can think about it, if you're not tapping into all that power, all that iceberg under the water, you're just using that little bit of power, how much faster would you get to your ultimate success if you used all that power instead of just the top part? So here we go. This is from like a scary movie, right? End of the world. And we have a gigantic tidal wave coming in. And I'm hoping all those beach umbrellas are, all the people have been taken to safety, right? But let's say you were under one of those umbrellas and you saw this tidal wave coming and you said, that's okay, I got my umbrella, I'll be fine. The umbrella is going to protect me. That is a ridiculous thought. Do you see the wave, right? That is like the power of the subconscious mind. It literally will take you out, but it will also take you to your ultimate success, depending on its programming, depending where you want it to take you and where you programmed it to take you. So if you don't program it, it'll just take you where it's already programmed. So did you hear that? You are programmed, and we'll talk about how you were programmed in a minute. So think about that power and think about how silly it might be to try to think that doesn't matter, that won't affect you. Do you see that wall of water coming? It's gonna have an impact. Next, we have the penny versus the locomotive. The penny is your conscious mind. The locomotive is your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind processes 40 million bits of information per second. Your conscious mind is only in charge 1 to 4% of the time. So if you consciously think that you can create your ultimate success, that's just like saying, I'm the penny, and when the train comes, and nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm not gonna get smushed, I'm not gonna get blown off the track. Heck, I can even stop the locomotive if I want. That's ridiculous. The power, it doesn't compute. That is what it's like with your conscious and subconscious mind. Your conscious mind really is only in charge 1 to 4% of the time. We think we're in charge, but think about this. When was the last time you thought about blinking your eyes or beating your heart or growing your hair or growing your nails, or even you consciously get in your car, you decide to drive across town, you get to your destination and you're like, oh my gosh, how did I even get here? I wasn't even thinking about it, right? You're just on subconscious autopilot. You are on subconscious autopilot for more things in your life than you can even imagine. You were programmed. And here's when you were programmed. When you were a cute little kid in utero till about 8 years old, whatever you saw, heard, felt, that became your programming. Just like you learned the language that was spoken in your house, if it was English, you spoke English. Well, you also learned to speak the money language and the relationship language and the health language of your house. It's fascinating. Kids who are adopted into a family with a particular disease tend to get the same disease even though they don't have the same genes. Why is that? Well, scientists have discovered epigenetics, and epigenetics means above the gene. It doesn't necessarily matter what's in the gene, it matters how the cell perceives the gene. The gene is just a blueprint, and you, the cell membrane, is the contractor and sends the orders for what's going to happen. So the sweet little kid is programmed, and then you spend the rest of your life living out your programming, unless you change it. You've probably seen or heard of someone who grew up in a house where there was addiction, and then they married someone with addiction. They grew up in a house where there was abuse, and they married someone that abused them. Why would you do that? You should know better, right? It's because it's your programming, and you can't overpower your programming consciously because we don't focus, we don't live, we don't stay most often in our conscious mind. We attract things to ourselves subconsciously that are in our comfort zone with our programming. So when you're looking for your ultimate success, you've got to change your programming if you don't like the printout of your current life. So have you ever heard the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Here's why. Because an old dog is somebody that their subconscious pattern is set. And really, that can be anybody that's over 8 years old. Now, sometimes when people get older, maybe they do get a little more consciously stubborn too. But if your mind is not open to change, your heart is not open to change, you're not going to change. You'll just go back to the old subconscious programming. Just like if you threw seeds on this, looks like probably desert, are they going to sprout and blossom and grow you a beautiful garden and nourish you? Probably not. So here's what you need to do. You need to get into the subconscious mind, and we're going to change the pathway in the subconscious mind. We're literally going to teach you how to open your brain bridge. It's called the corpus callosum, and use your whole brain. Put both sides of the brain together and form a new pathway, which literally it's like a new path in the forest. It takes you to a new location. So this is the way you normally go, but this is the way you want to go, and we'll help you reprogram so you automatically go that way instead of fighting yourself. Now, you probably know fighting yourself. I've heard so many people that are like, starting Monday, I'm getting on a diet, and then Wednesday, they're eating donuts. And you're like, what is going on? Well, they are just living out their subconscious programming. So if somebody's trying to lose weight or somebody's trying to accomplish anything, if they can get that subconscious power on their side, so much easier process. So let's give you another little demo. How about magnets? So have you ever tried to put magnets together and they fight each other, they won't go together, and then you flip them over and oh my gosh, they just stick together. You can hold it with one hand, you don't even have to try anymore. That's the power of your subconscious mind. Where in your life are you struggling, and what would you like to change? Can we flip it around? The answer is yes. And we flip it around with the power of the subconscious mind. So here's the first question, the $1 million question. What do you want? Oh my gosh, we know what we don't want, we know what we don't like, but what do you actually want? And this, I gotta practice this today because I'm looking for a new office manager right now, and I had to write out a list of what I do want in this person. What I do want, not what I don't want. And sometimes it's easier to write what you don't want and then flip it the opposite way to what do you want. So if you have some paper handy, grab it and write down what you want. Now, I'm going to have you write it like it's a positive affirmation. Now, this process is a whole lot more than positive affirmations, a whole lot more than mindset, a whole lot more than motivation. But we're going to start with an affirmation, and then we're going to program that into the subconscious mind. That's how our process works. We program it. Just like if your computer's glitching and you reprogram it and then it's fixed, you can do the same thing with your subconscious mind. So what do you want? What are your goals? What do you want? Now, next is we're going to explain these goals to the subconscious mind. The subconscious is sensory. That means if you say, it's so easy for me to make X number of dollars per month, your subconscious mind may or may not understand that concept. So we're going to describe that concept to the subconscious mind in visual and auditory and kinesthetic language. So first, you're going to answer what's visually going to look different in your life if you've accomplished this goal. And you're going to write 3 things down. Now, unfortunately, I just remembered that I can't see the chat when I have the PowerPoint up. So if I'm going too fast, I apologize, but I am going to give you a number to text to get a copy of this little exercise. So you can do it on your own timing if I'm going too fast. So auditory, visual, what's going to visually look different in your life when you've accomplished this goal? 3 things. Is it your bank statement? Is it your car? Is it your clothing? Is it your travel? What visually looks different? Speaking of travel, I'm so jealous right now. My husband and son are in Scotland, sending me pictures of castles that they're in. So beautiful. What would you do different if you accomplish this goal? Next is auditory. What is someone who knows you and loves you going to say positively to you when you've accomplished this goal? Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. I knew you could do it. I'm so happy for you. What are they going to say? Next is what are you going to say to yourself? And maybe it's the same, like, I knew I could do it. I'm so proud of myself. What are you going to say to yourself? Next is kinesthetic, and that's feeling. Close your eyes and think about how are you going to feel when you've accomplished the goal. Is it happy? Is it excited? Is it calm? Is it peaceful? Is it ecstatic? Is it relieved? What's the feeling? And close your eyes and really get into the feeling of that. And then you're going to ask yourself a very important question, which is, do I still want this goal? Now that I really know what it looks like and sounds like and feels like, do I want this goal? So if you do, you're going to work with somebody like us where we do subconscious mind reprogramming. In our process, we use a muscle test. Now, a muscle test is basically a built-in lie detector test. We're not trying to see if you're lying. We're trying to figure out what your subconscious thinks is true or not true. Does your subconscious believe in your goal? And if it does, awesome, you probably have already accomplished your goal. But if it doesn't, if your muscle test is weak, then we can help you reprogram your subconscious mind. Now, most often we do this process online over Zoom. So we can do a muscle test remotely, which is fascinating. Just like you can call me on a cell phone, your phone sends a signal and mine is a receiver and picks up the signal and then sends the signal back, and your phone has a receiver and picks up what I'm saying to you. We can do that with your energy signal, and we're highly skilled and trained at that. And we have clients that come into the office and then we have them work online with us over Zoom, and they have the same results either way. And most people prefer Zoom because then they don't have to drive to an office. They don't have to get dressed up. Not that you have to dress up to be here, but you can even do it from home in your PJs. Then we check with your system which process that we have of mind reprogramming, and it's a form of applied kinesiology that we use, mostly body postures. Which body posture will open that brain bridge and build those new neural pathways that you want to create ultimate success in your life. The process takes a couple minutes. It may look a little woo-woo, but it is definitely science. On our website at balancedyou.org, you can go to the first appointment prep and you can watch 2 full hours of video explaining the process. The first one is a cellular biologist explaining and demonstrating it. The second one is a founder of the process explaining how it works, so you can see how it comes together. So next is a brain map, and this is a brain map of one of the teachers of our process. And this brain map was done by Jeffrey Fannin. And if you look at this brain map, what you're seeing is the top of our teacher's head, 2 ears on the side, nose in front, and it's showing different brain waves of hers, delta, theta, alpha, beta, etc. If you look underneath those blue lines to the red lines, you can see the instructions up above. It says the red lines show the dominant brain patterns before beginning the balance. So that was her brain waves before doing our process. Next, the blue lines show the changes in the brain patterns after the new direction balance, which is one of the balance processes we use. And then below it says these dramatic changes in my brain were created within a few minutes. The blue lines indicate the changes that occurred after only one balance process. Oh my gosh, is that crazy? Look at all those blue lines, all those changes in the brain. Now, the awesome thing about this is instead of saying an affirmation and then saying an affirmation again and saying an affirmation again and saying an affirmation again and then not sinking in, this process, it's literally rewriting this program in your neural pathways in your brain. And when you're done with this process, all you have to do now is take action. If your action is to make more money, what can you do to make more money? And those steps will be much easier because your brain is now aligned to create that. It's like that tidal wave of power is pushing you to your success instead of away from your success. Fascinating process. So I have a free offer for you. And to get this free offer, you're going to text the word, you're going to make it one word, not two. Text Ultimate Success to 555-888. When you text Ultimate Success to that number, you're going to get an offer for a free 30-minute phone call with one of our Mind Change experts. You're also going to get a free offer for a ticket to our 3-day event in San Diego. You're also going to get a link to do that exercise I told you about that walks you through your goals and how to describe them to the subconscious mind. So if you want links to all those freebies, again, text Ultimate Success to 555-888. All right, so if you look at these planes, which one doesn't look like the other? Of course, there's that one on top and it's just taking off. And I call that ultimate success. If you're tired of just going the same old direction and you're ready to change course, then you might want to work with us. You might want to take advantage of some of the resources that we have to help you reprogram your mind for success. Some of you are struggling with things like pain, tension, stress in the shoulders and in the neck. Some of you maybe headaches, tension headaches. Some of you would love to have this kind of adventure. Get on a boat and cruise somewhere. Some of you feel like you might be more on the left side of this picture and you'd rather be on the right side of the picture. And you know what's fascinating about this picture is this picture describes my life. Because when I learned this process of reprogramming the mind, nothing actually physically changed in my life except my perception of my life. So it was like dark and dreary and hard and miserable, and I pretended it was great. And then I reprogrammed my mind, and it was like happy and sunny and beautiful and wonderful, but nothing actually changed except my perception of things and how I felt from the inside. I was pain-free, of course. I felt happiness and joy and patience and love. What an amazing change. And just by getting rid of some of that baggage that was in my subconscious mind, never knew something like that was possible. Maybe you're looking for more balance in your life. What does that mean? How do you stay balanced? And for me, balanced is, well, in our process, Balanced You is the name of our business, and we create a whole brain state. We balance the brain. When you're born, you have 200 million neural connections between both hemispheres of the brain, and the older you get, they separate. And it's, to me, like walking around on or hopping around on one leg. When you have two legs, you might as well use them both, because when you're on one leg, it's harder and you're a little off balance. So getting balanced at Balanced You is getting into a whole brain state. But to me, getting balanced in your life is understanding your purpose and your passion and why you're here and what you're supposed to accomplish and being in line with that. I think part of the reason I was so unhappy in my past career, even though I was doing so well financially, was because I was on the wrong track. And once you get on the right track with yourself, your inner knowing, you feel a lot more balanced. So maybe you're looking for some balance in your life. How about this one? Anybody want some more money in their life? You literally can attract money into your life. You can also repel money out of your life. So which one is happening automatically with you? And if you're not attracting it, let's help you turn that around. How about this? You feel like you're just on the wrong path and you're like, I want to get over there. Well, it looks like you could take the long way or you could get a ladder, take a shortcut. And we definitely have a shortcut at Balanced You, taking that subconscious power and putting it to work for you. Maybe you want to improve your relationships, some happy relationships. You know, when relationships are unhappy, it's so hard, right? It's miserable. But when they're happy, it's so wonderful and loving and joyful. Maybe you're looking for more of that. How about this? Some more travel. There are some beautiful places around the world, and you should go see them. You should. You'd be missing out if you didn't, if that's what you want to do. There's all sorts of beautiful towns. I don't know which one this is exactly, but I do know that last summer I backpacked Europe with my daughter, and we went to a little village off the coast of Venice that looked like this. Maybe it's that place. Oh, it was so pretty. Burano, I forget. It was so pretty. Maybe there's a cause. Maybe there's something bigger than you. Maybe there's a group of kids like these cute little guys that you want to help out. Maybe there's something like that, and you've got this passion inside of you, but something is keeping you from accomplishing your goal. Maybe you're able to help these little guys, but maybe you want to help them in a whole new way. And when you get out of your own way, you can do that. So I want you to remember your conscious mind versus your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind only in control 1 to 4% of the time. Your subconscious mind, 95 to 99% of the time in control of what's going on in your life. So if you want to create an ultimate success for yourself, you've got to change that subconscious to support you. So I've got a resource that I'm very excited about sharing with you tonight that will help you to reprogram your subconscious mind and get you to your ultimate success. And funny, this is called the Ultimate Success Program, of course. So this resource is all sorts of stuff that's going to help you get to where you want to go. So let me explain the details. So first off, there are 6 modules of a digital program. Now, in this program, you're going to learn how to change your biology and change your chemistry for optimal health. You're going to learn how to reprogram yourself from the inside out. You can literally change your genes. Did you know that was possible? It's fascinating. Next, you're going to learn about money and all your money programming and what you would rather be programmed about for money. So all those things you heard when you were a kid, maybe you heard you weren't worthy or you'd never amount to anything, or our family isn't business owners or make a lot of money, or money's the root of all evil, or whatever it is that you heard that programmed you not to get to the level of success that you want. You can reprogram that. And so we jump into that. You're going to learn about the biology of happy relationships and how to create those relationships. And I've seen my own relationship. I literally transformed my marriage in a weekend. Now that sounds ridiculous, especially when I spent the 18 years prior to that trying to fix it. And it was so hard and frustrating. I can't tell you how many cases of Kleenex I cried. I wanted to make it work, but it was so hard. And then I figured out why. Because there was a lot of triggers going on in my marriage that were hitting subconscious hurts that I had. The subconscious is timeless. Anything that happened in our life that was traumatic, it's live in the subconscious mind today. So when I was able to reprogram those hurts and change my mind, all of a sudden my marriage became happy and healthy, and I became open and curious instead of mad and upset and frustrated and wanting out. So powerful, the power of your mind. You're going to learn about your divinity and your purpose. You're going to learn about spirituality and how you can tap into that within you and get on track with yourself and really understand your self-worth and your personal power. We're going to teach you more about the subconscious mind, how it works, the science behind it, and literally how to program your goals into your subconscious mind. You're also going to get 2 hours of video that are going to explain the science of this process and how it works. You're going to get a worksheet where you can write out all your goals. You're going to have a 30-minute introductory call with one of our mind reprogramming experts, where they're going to talk about what's working and what's not and what you want different in your life. What ultimate success do you want to create? Then you're going to have an hour-long private mind reprogramming session. In that session, you're going to give your facilitator your list of goals, and they're going to help you reprogram those goals into your subconscious mind, literally making them your new automatic. Then a week later, they're going to call you and hear all your success stories. That's our favorite part. Well, we love the mind reprogramming too, but hearing all the success stories is so much fun and so surprising to our clients because they think this sounds too good to be true, and maybe it does to you too. I know my best friend always says, if I didn't see you transform in front of my eyes, I wouldn't believe your story. So it does sound too good to be true. And people say, if everybody, if it's really that good, why doesn't everybody do it? There's all these things. But here's the thing. Not everybody wants to change. Not everybody's willing to change. And not everybody's open-minded to look at new ways like this to change. It sounds a little strange, reprogramming your mind, but I'm telling you, it is the greatest discovery of the 21st century and the secret to your success. So you're also going to have 2 group coaching calls with me where we're going to work as a team together to raise our subconsciousness, and change and create that new future, that ultimate success that we're looking for. You're also going to get a copy of my best-selling book. I can mail you a copy, or you can get a PDF copy, whatever is your preference. If you're a business owner and would like to attend, you can also get 2 free tickets to our 3-day event. It's in October in San Diego. It's called BeyondLimits.live. You can look it up, and if you would like to attend, you can be our special guest at this event. We're going to actually teach you how to reprogram your own mind. So in this program, you work with us, helping you to reprogram your mind, and at that event, we teach you how to do it. And it's a perfect combination because we're highly skilled and we can really get in there and change things up with you fast. But when you're in a pinch and you want to fix something yourself, we give you some tools so you know how to do some reprogramming on your own. So it's powerful. So I hope you'll consider taking advantage of this resource. Now, I wanted to give you a special offer tonight. And the reason I want to give you a special offer is because I want you to blast to your success, to your ultimate success. I don't want you to have any excuses that you can't do this. I want you to be able to participate and transform your mind and your life. So what I'm going to offer you right now is $1,000 off the program. That's right. So this program that we offer for $19.97 all day, every day, it's on sale right now for $1,000, and this offer is only good tonight. So it's $1,000. Well, actually, it's $997. Now you have the option. You can one pay it for $997. You can make 2 payments, so 1 payment now and another payment in 30 days of $547, or you can make three months worth of payments at $397. So we really want to make this easy for you. Now, how about this? I'm going to throw in another hour of private mind reprogramming. So instead of 1 hour, you get 2 hours for the same price. I really want to offer you a resource that you can take advantage of, and you can check out the subconscious power and see what a difference it makes in your life. For the first 5 people who take advantage of this offer, I'm going to add a 3rd hour of private mind reprogramming. So not 1, not 2, but 3 hours. Can you imagine how much we can get done if every new goal that you have, it takes 2 to 5 minutes to reprogram that goal? Now you have to do your homework and you have to let your facilitator know what you want to change. If you spend half the session talking about your goals, then we can't do as much mind reprogramming. So do your homework, get those goals to your facilitator so they can work with you on reprogramming the mind. So how do you take advantage of this deal that I'm offering you for tonight only? Here's how. You text success now to that same number as before, 555-888. Success now to 555-888. Again, the first 5 people who text are going to get 3 hours of private mind reprogramming. Everybody else is going to get 2 full hours, which is awesome, plus all those other benefits that I talked about tonight. So here's your option. You can be like Rudy and you can try harder and you can fight through all the stuff going on in your life and you'll be fine. I mean, you've been doing it all this long, right? But there's something else you could do. There's something easier. There's a much easier way, and that is the key to your success. That is the power of your subconscious mind. We have a proven system to tap into your mind and change your subconscious programming once and for all. Now, this is not hype. This is not mindset. This is not motivation. This is science. This is reprogramming your mind for success. We have clients that have had huge success with us. Our clients have had their pain transformed. Knee pain, back pain, head pain, elbow pain, stomach pain, anxiety type issues. I could name probably every scenario out there we've dealt with in our office. Fears and phobias, bad relationships, trauma from the past, success blocks, unhappy relationships. And you know, all of that is controlled by the subconscious mind. So you have some options. You can stick with the path that you're taking right now, or you can turn a corner. You can try something new. And take my word for it. Jump on our website, look up our testimonials, see the client videos and the write-ups. Go online, look us up. You can see the success that our clients have had with this process. It's not because we're so amazing. It's because you're so amazing. Your subconscious mind is so amazing. And when you tap into that power, it'll literally transform your life, take you anywhere you want to go. So I'm going to post this one more time for that special offer. Text Success Now to 555-888. We're going to give you all those bonuses that I threw in there, all that mind reprogramming, the digital programming, the private stuff. We're going to help you transform your mind. So thanks for being with me tonight. I am excited about the power of the mind because it literally transformed my life. I love sharing this with people because it's hard when people are going through hard stuff. It's hard when they're not succeeding. You know, when you're a kid, you have all these dreams, and then you're an adult and you're like, oh, we got to be more realistic. Well, do ya? Not really, you don't. You can still accomplish your dreams. Really, there are no limits to what you can create. So come join with us and reprogram your mind for ultimate success. We hope you will. And I'm going to get off this slideshow and I'm going to come back to the main screen and see if I have any questions. Let's see, hold on, if I can figure it out. Oh, there we go. Stop share. All right, any questions for me before I sign off tonight? It's awesome having you guys. I'm sorry that I couldn't look at the chat while I was talking tonight. Any questions about reprogramming your mind, business success, health success, personal success, how to write your goals? I gave you some great freebies tonight. Ultimate Success to 555-888. And we'd love to work with you, love to talk some more, love to have a free phone call with you. And the power of your mind, it will take you anywhere you want to go. I don't see any questions, so I'm going to sign off. You guys have a good night. Thanks for being with me. I'm Jenny at Balanced You.